So I need to tell you about Gwen Goldberg. I need to tell you that when we first started playing this game all those years ago in my apartment building's community room, there were not 3 players, there were 4. There was John, who played Mark, there was Miah, who played Casey, Lauren, who played Kira, and my dear friend Betsy, who played Gwen Goldberg. I've known Betsy for over 20 years, and I need to tell you that unfortunately, this past week, she passed away. I need to tell you that as we entered lockdown and started making our game weekly, Betsy was diagnosed with cholangiocarcinoma, a rare and aggressive form of cancer. They gave her 6 months to live, but she beat the hell out of that estimate. She fought and thrived for another 2 years, and as it says in her obituary, when you die, the cancer dies too. So that's not a loss, it's a draw. She was 36. I need to tell you that Betsy was a very important part of not just my life, but of the first season of this game. She was an incredibly clever player and improviser in this game and the many others she and I participated in throughout the years. And as Gwen Goldberg, she brought a ton of substance to our silly little supernatural city. She was the one who brought Nick Sparks into the game in the first place. He was her mentor. The dagger that they trapped Marinette Jones's soul inside in season 1, that was Gwen's dagger. That's Gwen's dagger on the cover of the album The Games We Play. The first custom artwork that we ever had made for this game features Gwen Goldberg sporting the eye patch that Betsy herself had made iconic in real life. But by the time we started publishing content, Betsy was no longer able to play and perform with us because, as you may or may not know, having cancer is an extremely demanding full-time job. Beyond just the struggles that happen medically with the disease itself, there's entire days that she would spend holding on the line with her insurance company, trying to explain why they have to pay for something that they had told her they would pay for. The point is, Betsy was an extremely important person to me and to so many people around the world who she touched with her fearless writing about the realities of living with stage 4 cancer. And now she's gone. So in honor of Betsy, I just wanted to say first that the rarer forms of cancer, and especially late-stage cancer, deserve so much more attention and funding than they get. And if you have the resources to do so, I hope you'll join us in contributing to research into preventing, treating, and one day, as she and her oncologist put it, curing the incurable. And secondly, play games with your friends. I had known Betsy forever, and we worked together for many years, but in adult life, it was easy to just drift apart. And it was in no small part games that kept us in each other's lives. If you have friends you love and a table you can gather around, I hope you'll get them together and gather around it. So to Betsy, thank you for playing with us, and thank you for being my friend. And to all of you, as always, thank you for listening.
The Monsters Playbook is an adventure podcast for grown-ups. It contains violence, profanity, and deals with adult themes that may be uncomfortable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Monsters Playbook, a real play Monster of the Week podcast where my friends pretend to be different people for me and I pretend to be different people for them. It's extremely normal and makes sense to everyone. This week on the cover story, there's a kid back here? The investigation into Rex's people has led our heroes into a confusing situation to say the least, and there's a young girl with more dangerous secrets than she knows what to do with.
I'm John, and I play Mark Clayton.
I'm Lauren, and I play Kira and Anna Ashwood.
I'm Miah, and I play Theo Nessos.
I'm Johnny, and I play literally everybody else. So let's get going. Someone needs your help, you guys.
The odd blood and bodies have vanished thanks to Theo's magic. The captain has given you all drinks. And Kira slipped away. I don't even know that many of you will have noticed it.
Probably not.
Yeah, Kira, this girl is like huddled into a ball, like scared.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe I told you there was a big bottle of water in here and also a big bucket of cheese balls. Yeah.
Can I read a bad situation?
I would love for you to read a bad situation.
12 advanced move.
Oh boy.
What is read a bad situations advanced? I don't even know.
Well, technically it's you can ask any question, but because I'm going to game jail,
What's the free info?
I give you free information.
Yeah. I already know that she's got those wings.
Yup. I want to kind of give you like an aura thing that's not the only thing going on with her.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that if I didn't tell you I should already is that she has on both wrists what looks like a couple of layers of like medical gauze. I'm assuming you've already made this conclusion, but that they are there to cover up a couple of deep slashes on both wrists.
Yeah. Okay. So what is that? 3 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Is there another way out of this room?
No.
Okay.
It's sort of a mini low-key panic room.
Like a panic room, yeah. Do I get the vibe that she's being held here against her will?
You do not get that vibe.
Okay. I don't know how to best phrase this, but like, what's like the best way to interact with her, like show her that I mean no harm kind of type thing?
For you, show her your wings.
Okay, and then I think it's going to probably startle her, but I just want to very gently, I want Kira to kind of call out to her and just be like, hello?
Are you still in shadows right now?
Probably, honestly.
Okay. She gasps and just looks around.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I came here to investigate something. Are you okay?
Are you a ghost?
No. I didn't want to alarm you. Hey, 1 second. And then I think Kira will appear normally.
Okay.
The shadows will kind of just coalesce and form Kira.
She's just looking at you like she maybe hugs her knees a little tighter.
I'm Kira. What's your name?
Roll manipulate someone.
10.
She doesn't make any moves towards you, but she does seem to unclench her shoulders a bit, and she goes, Quatraile.
Nice to meet you. Are you okay? You look like you're hurt. She kind of points to her wrists.
Oh, this wasn't me.
Who did that to you?
It's kind of a complicated story. What are you doing here? Are you with the captain?
We just met him. We came here to investigate something otherworldly that was going on. Some creatures that were attacking this area. We saved the captain's life. Did he do this to you?
No, he's hiding me.
From what?
From whatever you saved him from, I guess.
Are those things after you?
I guess that depends on what I am.
Are you talking about the wings?
Then she shudders and it's like sort of blushes at the mention of the wings, and then like startles and like touches her back and then looks at you like, how'd you know about my wings?
I want Kira to put her wings out too.
Huh.
I can do weird things too.
She'll sort of straighten up and, to the best of her ability in the size of the room, stand up, and a pair of familiar staticky green wings and a pair of faint pale yellow wings will sprout out of her back. I kind of am a weird thing.
Well, join the club. Where did you come from?
She points behind her and she's like, 8 blocks that way. I sort of woke up here. Before that, it's fuzzy.
She woke up in this room?
That's not what she's saying. She gestures to herself.
Yeah. Okay.
Here.
Okay. And you don't remember where you came from before?
I remember clouds. I remember deals. Well, I loved going to deals. That's where I got these. She flutters her green wings.
You made a deal to get those.
No, I went to deals.
Like a department store?
It's a place? Somewhere you can access?
You don't have deals here?
I think maybe where you come from, deals are a little different.
Oh, it was like a holiday, like a festival. You go and bring and take and exchange.
And that's how you got those.
Better. That's how I got my name.
Do you know what your name means?
Well, over there, I was so flutters all over wings. I had 4 wings. I was 4 wings. But when I woke up here, that name didn't taste like a name to anybody. But I had different words in here. So I took them. Quatraile. At this point, she looks over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Her wings shove back into her back. She takes half a step away from me and was like, who else is here with you?
My friends. They were here to look into this too. To find out what's been going on, what these creatures are. If they're after you, we could keep you safe.
The captain's keeping me safe.
Maybe. But... And Kira kind of just gestures around the room. This isn't any place for a young girl to stay.
Roll manipulate someone.
9.
In which case, I think she'll go, then let's meet your friends, and like push past you and open the door into the main room. Everybody else, the liquor cabinet splits open with a slight jingling of bottles, and you can see behind it is Kira, but in front of her is a teenage girl. Big baggy white graphic tee that I figured out has a Dayglow cyan and magenta kitten that is wearing an eye patch, playing with a ball that is clearly an eye, and big bubbly text that says, life hack.
Cute. Are her wings, clarification, are they out right now or are they?
They are not out right now.
Okay.
Hey, that's the person I saw behind the door.
This is Quatraile.
And you are? I think her hair is like very clearly roughly chopped, dyed black.
I'm Mark Clayton. Who are you?
It doesn't smell like your name.
Smell like my name?
And you?
I'm Theo Jones.
She turns around and looks at Kira. Why are all your friends lying to me?
I think Anna will be like, I'm Anna. That's a complicated question.
We hardly know you to tell you the truth.
She's been hiding here. Those creatures, I think maybe were after her.
Why?
It's a good question.
Can Theo read a bad situation, open up her third eye on this kid?
Sure.
9.
Theo, you get your 2 questions.
Well, first off, is there anything invisible?
So you can see the remnants or like the evidence of the wings, the 4 of them. You can tell with 100% certainty that those are Mark's wings. And you can tell there's a whole other array of like formless powers going on.
Like as though she just got all these powers, but she has no idea what they are?
Maybe. Like other kind of tools that could be manifested once they're given shape.
Interesting. I want my wings back.
So my first question is, what aura is around this girl? Like viewing her in my third eye,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of energy is around her?
It reminds you of nothing more than Mark's new armor.
What about her poses the biggest threat? Like, I guess what is she most, like, what is most powerful about her? Does that make sense?
What's your greatest strength?
Thank you. Essentially just like assessing
her like as a threat.
Yeah. She has Mark's wings. That's sending a red flag to me, personally.
I think some of the formless power is located in and around her hands and seems to be like very vicious, manifestable blades.
Dope.
After taking that all in, Theo's going to say, she has Mark's wings. And I think that Theo's going to start like building up some energy.
Very immediately she goes, they're my wings.
No, they're not.
I think Kira kind of puts up a hand. She said she got them in a deal.
I think Mark is kind of taken back by that a little bit. He's like, my wings?
I think she's from there.
What kind of deal?
Deals. I paid for them.
Who did you make this deal with for these wings? For your wings?
Mark, roll investigative history for me.
7.
So, Mark, you can very clearly hear when she says deals, she's putting a capital D on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just have just the vaguest memory of going to deals. And the vibe you get is it's like a spirit bazaar, but there's not much information or memory there.
Do I recall anyone else being at deals? Like, would I have been there with my parents? Or like...
You would have been at deals long ago.
This is like back when he was a part
Before
of
you
their...
came to Earth.
Back
This
before
was
Mark Clayton?
pre-Mark, yeah.
Before you met Mark Clayton.
Mm-hmm.
Before you became who you are.
What is it? McCormick? Was that his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I, too, am a smartass.
McCormick and Lowry.
Could you describe deals? Vaguely recall that name.
You mean like from the future, from after you die or something? So you do have deals here.
No. This is a really old memory of deals. I
think the captain very slowly sipped his drink, trying to like just watch what happens and eyes wide.
Kira's watching him like to see what the fuck he's doing.
Hey, maybe I should ask the captain to take me on a tour of his house.
Wait, are you from there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
That's where I'm from.
Theo's gonna like hook her arm into the captain's arm and like pull him out. Like, show me this great house of yours.
Roll manipulate someone.
8.
You pull on his arm and he like, it's like you're pulling on a tree for just a second, and he looks at you and he's like, I'm not going to leave my guest with your violent friends.
You mean the violent friends that just saved your life? I can bring them back if you want.
Let's start in the study.
Sounds wonderful. I love books.
Wait a minute. She looks really hard at you, Mark. Are you wearing your sunglasses?
They broke.
They're ruined.
Oh, no, I don't have them on.
Okay.
So I'm just flame eyes. I'm from there too, but my past there, I don't remember much of it.
It's like slipping away from me too, like I'm trying to hold on to a cloud. I'm still really good at holding on to clouds, but not with these hands.
Do I sense the power in her hands?
Oh, sure. And you can see, like, can't remember how deep I went in describing what you saw in the first place.
Oh, fuck. Okay, sorry. I just had a realization.
Oh, what's your realization?
Deals can sometimes equal tethers. Where do I see tethers going off to, if any?
I don't think you can see many tethers. The thing I want to tell you that you can see, especially with your ghost sight, is that like the spirit of this girl, it's like square peg round hole in this body. It's not shaped right. She doesn't fit.
Okay.
But something's like, this is the tether you see, is that something is artificially attaching her here.
And can I tell that? Okay. And I assume her entity or whatever feels like it needs to leave this body.
No. It feels like it feels like there's been some steps taken to change its shape. Like it doesn't, I don't really know how to explain it or how you would really realize that, but
Get the aura or sense of it.
yeah, that it doesn't fit, but it is trying to. So how long have you been here?
I mean, to me, it feels like I've been here my entire life, but as I'm finding out, my entire life is... I don't think I know my entire life.
How long is entire life?
Well, I mean, there's the life here that I've had here. Then there's what others have told me, a long past of me being there, and I'm a prince. Where is...
She takes a half step back. Whose?
I'm Prince of the Sky King. I don't have much detail.
She drops down to one knee.
Whoa! What are you doing?
I swear I didn't know.
No, get up. Like,
what?
I just found out I'm a prince. I have no recollection of this other than being just told this recently. I'm trying to find my past, and really, don't do that.
She looks at you very confused, but does get up.
I'm just trying to figure out where I fit in this story. It seems like you're trying to do the same.
She nods shakily.
It looks like you've got a lot of... I mean, I can just sense it on you. There's a lot of power that you have that hasn't, like, fully manifested. Do you feel that? Do you know that?
I feel like wherever I came from, I was underwater compared to here. This place, you can move and do and think.
Mark's like, I know, right? Do you have any connections back there?
She, like, squints her eyes as though she's, like, focusing really hard physically. I don't think so. Nothing's happening.
And you said there are some tethers?
The only tethers that there are the ones that are binding her to this body.
Because it seems to me that whatever deals you've made in the past back there are kind of binding you to who you are now. I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. I'm just noticing that, and it seems like you want to kind of figure things out, and this is kind of holding you in place, basically.
I don't mind it. His body is small and weird and injured, but...
Yeah, about that, I want Kira to step forward. May I?
Roll manipulate someone.
Can I roll help out to reassure?
Yes.
Okay.
7.
13.
Hell yeah. I think she's hesitant and she won't let you touch her.
It's okay. She's a friend. She's here to help.
I can heal those wounds if you let me.
She'll, like, unwrap one and hold it out.
Okay. I kind of want to, like, grip underneath her, like, hand, like, kind of holding it like this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to use, I want to try to heal her.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. This is use magic, so that's 13 advanced move.
Okay. So since they are pretty fresh,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not, like, this isn't harm. She's not...
Mm-hmm. But I kind of like the idea that the wounds just, like, close.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, turn that kind of pink of fresh new skin. And it's like, it's not a scar, but it is, like, just a line of new skin.
Mm-hmm.
You can do weird stuff.
We all can do weird stuff.
It's true.
I think, Mark, she looks at your eyes and then sort of shyly looks away.
And there's more of us, like, there's more people like us out there.
Like us? Like...
The weird ones. Mark kind of laughs a little bit.
Oh.
What's Preston doing, by the way?
Studying.
Yeah. Because if I remember correctly, he was here to figure out the person that was traveling from here and there rapidly.
Yep.
You mentioned that you think these creatures were coming after you. Do you know why?
No.
Have you heard anything?
Just what the captain's told me.
What's he said?
There's bad people, powerful people, some kind of power struggle. He's a prince too, you know.
Who?
The captain. He works for a king. That makes him a prince.
Oh, sweetheart. You mean Rex?
If that's his name, then yes.
He's a prince too. What else did she say? That there's a power struggle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is weird. Usually that kind of thing happens between kings, but this is prince versus prince.
Do you know which princess?
No, I'm not familiar with this king's court yet. The captain would know.
Okay.
Preston says she means his generals.
Philip, Scarrick, Olsen, Tower, and the captain?
He nods, not taking his eyes off of Quatraile.
Well, maybe we need to talk to the captain then.
Cut to all Venetian marble and cut from a single slab, you know.
Oh my gosh, from where? Where did you import it from?
Venice.
Eyebrows.
I think Theo's going to get really close and inspect it if it's really, you said marble or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I guess roll investigative mystery.
7.
Seems legit.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely from somewhere in Italy.
Fairly impressive.
He has, at this point, also in one of the rooms you've passed through, picked up a replacement ascot. This one is navy blue with tiny anchors on it. Now, the other guest room.
Yeah, I think Theo's just going to be letting him.
Your intention here is just to do whatever it takes to keep him out of the room.
Yeah, to distract him. I think Theo's definitely putting on her best wealthy family vibe.
Roll manipulate someone.
8.
Okay. I should ask, are you of the St. Paul Joneses?
I'm afraid not.
His eyes flash just for a moment. Where are your people from?
Greece.
I have kind of an out of character question.
Mm-hmm.
Does Rex know who Theo really is? Have we come across any interaction that hints at that he knows who Theo really is?
He said you don't look like a Jones, I think is how he put it.
Okay.
And you took some of his hair.
Yeah, I did too. Well, truth be told, my ancestors are from Aetolia. It's a mountainous region in Greece.
I think he nods upwards and goes, interesting. I've never been. I'm all German-Irish myself. I should compliment you also. He points at his hair and at your own silver white hair and goes, excellent choice of hair color. Now, the other guest room. Meanwhile...
How long have you been here? Do you know?
7 sunsets? Preston goes, you've been here the whole time? The hell is that supposed to mean? No trips home? And who the hell are you? I don't think he'll answer.
Kira will speak up. This is Preston.
He shoots you a bit of a look. I'm Preston. And you are a mystery. I don't think so. I'm Quatraile.
Since you've been here, have you left that room?
Yes. I've been in some of the other rooms of this castle, but...
You never went back to there?
You mean I could go back?
Oh, sweetie. I don't know. Someone, Kira looks at Preston, has been making trips back and forth from there. And if it's not you, then it might be somebody else in this king's circle, his court.
Theo, roll manipulate someone.
No. 12, advance move.
Okay. The captain will come back when you say he comes back.
Cool.
And the captain, has he been making any trips? Well, I mean, he has to go into battle or wherever. He also really likes his boat, but I don't think he's more of a finding person. Preston looks around the room. That tracks with my intelligence.
A finding person? What does that mean?
He doesn't... I think she very casually, throws her hands together in a kind of imaginary ball, and then a, sphere of blades shimmers into existence.
Mm-hmm.
And just sort of spins around dangerously and precariously. He doesn't do stuff. And then she drops her hands and the blades disappear.
Jesus Christ.
Preston will look to you by way of explanation and say, no talent, only tech.
I see. Excuse us for a second. I want Kira to actually grab Preston.
Okay.
And bring him out to the hall.
Okay. We're wasting time with the girl. If this is what pointed me to the captain, he's not who I'm after.
This is the point where you tell me everything that you know so that we can stop wasting time.
Well, she's right about one thing. There is some kind of power struggle going on with the king's ranks. but it's bigger than money and territory and crime. Someone's trying to tilt the balance of power in this whole realm. All I know is that it's happening here, and it's one of them.
One of Rex's generals.
If you want to make a plan, we should do it with all of our people.
I agree. But it might be worthwhile to check out the tower. My people have gotten some strong magical aura off of her.
Your people?
Yes, my resources.
Roll manipulate someone.
11 again.
Right, your resources. Okay, we should talk, make a plan. But first, before we go in there, what are we going to do with the girl?
What do you suggest? And I think Kira has like a very dark like tone in her voice, as if you're suggesting we harm her in any way. Like you have another thing coming.
Easy, not like that. She's clearly not safe here.
No. We can ask Mark if he wants her to come with. I think there's some sort of connection there. We can find her someplace safe to stay at.
One of his eyebrows raises. She's a little young.
Not in that way. The wings, they used to belong to him. The green ones.
Both eyebrows raise. I see.
Well, we'll leave it up to Mark. We can get her someplace safe, somewhere else safe. Or she comes with.
He nods. And now I want it to move to everyone's back in the room.
Yeah.
Can I ask the captain a question alone?
Sure.
So, you said something kind of weird back in the other room. To not tell Rex. How come? Aren't you loyal to him?
In most matters, yes. Roll manipulate someone. Come on, new dice.
7.
Man, you guys are rolling neutral today.
I'm very middle ground.
Oops, all mixed successes.
Yeah,
maybe I want a success today.
I'm good at help out and act under pressure and use magic. Everything else,
Oops, all 7s. In matters of money, he's the king. But when it comes to, call it spiritual matters, the kind of thing in business, I am fully loyal to Rex. But this is none of his business.
And how come?
Do you know what that girl is?
I've got a sense.
Then you know why I can't let her fall into the hands of any of his other generals.
And how come you should have that responsibility? What makes you so special, besides the ascot and the beautiful house?
I'm not sure I understand the question. I found her.
I'm sorry. Is he trying to say finders keepers?
So what? Finders keepers? On a teenage girl? And Theo looks him up and down do you realize how old you are?
Creep.
Oh, come now. That's no teenager.
So, if you don't tell Rex, what are you going to do with her?
Maybe it's time for you to tell me what you're really doing in my home.
We were sent to check out a strange anomaly. You could say supernatural. And when we came across your home, there's those 2 stitched together strange forms.
Sent by whom?
See, now that's the interesting part. We don't know. But what gets even more interesting is that you were hiding a 15-year-old girl behind your liquor cabinet. Isn't that strange?
Not as strange as not knowing who sent you. You don't seem the type to take anonymous contracts.
Me? No. We usually don't do strange dealings in the Maggio.
Huff. And then, as if remembering or perhaps deciding something, he shoves past you and heads back to the salon where the rest of the people are standing.
Theo's gonna put a wall of force.
Oh, is
front
she?
of him.
Is she now?
I'm gonna
Roll
try.
use magic.
What'd you roll, Theo?
Shit!
I mean, you can always burn a luck point.
She's burned so many.
I'm not burning a luck point on this fucking fool. I rolled a 6.
You sure did.
Oh, why have you forsaken me, dice?
So here's what that means.
I do want to remind you, Johnny.
She's the hex.
I know.
Okay.
It never comes back on you.
I know.
Bisex the guy.
Uh-oh.
Well, now I can't say it.
I wouldn't be unhappy with that.
Oh.
No, what happens is you throw up a hand and the whole wall to your left collapses as though it's been hit by a wrecking ball
Whoops.
and explodes into the room next to it. Opens into a very big, musty humidor
Ew.
with hundreds of cigars. Now they're all going to dry out. He shoves past you. And you hear him calling after you down the hall. I'll be sending you a bill, Maggio.
Uh-oh. Okay, so now we're all back in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
Did we hear that noise, by the way?
Oh, yes.
Like, oh shit, Theo.
The hell was that?
The captain, as you go to investigate, the captain walks past you and says, your friend Jones just made a very expensive mistake.
Oh.
Sulks and slumps down into a gorgeous red velvet chair.
So, Captain, we've been catching up here, and it sounds like the rest of the generals might be interested in what you have here. Anyone in particular that we need to be cautious of?
Right. So, first of all, I'm going to have Preston explain the whole roster. So, obviously, you've met the captain. He's in charge of all of Rex's illegal gambling up. The captain interrupts underground gaming. Gambling. He has a quasi-legal riverboat casino up in Red Wing and basically runs all the pure money operations. There's Phillips, who's in charge of any drugs. Phillips is very street level tough, but likes to have that edge of lavish elegance.
Mm-hmm.
There's Garrick, who runs all the guns. He's slimy, but, well, he's good at his job. Olson is the woman in charge of all the prostitution.
Jeez.
Yep. He's the king. And then there's the new one. She goes by Tower. She's, I think she's in charge of fortune tellers. Runs a much more legal facing astrology website. Brings in more money than you'd think. I think the threat that the captain identifies is Garrick.
Mm-hmm.
He's always butted heads with Garrick, especially in terms of larger strategic decisions that impact the outfit.
Would Garrick have sent those creatures?
I mean, what were they but weapons? That's his specialty.
But also, they seem quite magical. Is that really his specialty?
Who's to say? If there's an arms race, he'll do his damnedest to win it.
Would any of them know about the girl?
That, Preston waggles a finger, is a very good question. How would anyone know about the girl?
Well, how did she get here?
The captain will, I think, get up and, I think it would actually also be in the hidden room behind the liquor cabinet. There's a canvas sort of solid zip-up bag, and he plops it onto a table, zips it open, and opens it, unfolds it in half. It kind of just looks like a radar station. I'm running the arms race as well. Preston recognizes the thing and goes, I see. This would show you any incursions between here and there. The captain nods and agrees, within a 5-mile radius.
So this device can let you see if something's coming in from another dimension or something? And you saw her?
And on the night our friend Kat was born, she lit it up like the sun. She mumbles, Quatraile. Not that it necessarily matters, but she will casually make sure that she's standing next to Mark.
Not that it doesn't really matter, WTF. Not that it really matters with Theo standing in the doorway, leaning against the frame.
Noted.
I mean, not happy.
Not happy with who? Captain?
Multitudes of things.
Quatraile?
Anything that's happened all day.
I think Kira says, and has this thing been lighting up since then?
He nods. Not like before, but I've been playing defense since, well, nods at Quatraile.
Will he let Kira grab this thing?
I mean, define grab.
Because how big is this thing? It said it was like in a bag.
Yeah, when it's open, it's about like the size of like a PC tower.
Can you turn it on?
Sure.
Is there any way to check the past readings?
Roll investigate a mystery.
12 advanced move.
God damn. I mean,
Ooh.
God damn. Yes, there is. What are you looking for?
I want to see where the blips have been and see if I can triangulate it to a particular location. Preston had said that there was somebody that was traveling to and from there with alarming frequency. Where is there a lot of that happening? It stands to reason that there would be a point of interest.
Well, first of all, they aren't clustered, which even someone as classy as the captain could have figured out where they're happening.
Mm-hmm.
But they are happening pretty all over. But they are also, I think with your enhanced investigative skills, you can tell that they are all within a certain radius. And the like center point of that radius is in a wealthy area of the Prospect Park neighborhood.
Okay. I don't think Kira's going to say anything more. I think she's actually going to do some Googling.
Okay.
She's going full investigator mode. I want her to look into Prospect Park, cross-reference it with those people that we learned about, Phillips, Garrick, Olson Tower. Any of them have any notable businesses in that area? Specifically, I know that there is the Genco building that the tower has. Wondering if that's the same, if that would be in that area.
Oh, that's interesting. There's no Garrick, no Phillips, no Olson that you can find in that neighborhood. Tower is very clearly an alias.
Right. What's her actual name?
Nobody knows.
Can I figure it out by looking online? Because I know she works at Genco in the olive oil business. I want to see if I can find her.
Okay. Well, that was a 12. It was an advanced move.
Yeah.
I'm letting that ride. The Genco building is actually quite close to Prospect Park.
Okay.
It's a little north. It's in Como.
That tracks with the direction that spirits went off into also.
Oh, it doesn't adjust. As far as the owner of the building, it's registered to a T.M. Reese, which dead ends to a post office box.
That's the Genco building.
That's the holder of the deed.
And the Genco building is just outside of that, you're saying?
Yeah, a little ways.
Well, we have a place we might be able to look then. Prospect Park.
Preston nods, a little impressed. Not bad.
Ain't my first rodeo. And about this girl, and I want Kira to look at Mark. I don't know if she's safe here.
Well, there's plenty of space at my place. If she needs a place to stay.
Is it safe?
I mean, outside of the bird that I have, yeah.
I think she looks excited, you have a bird?
I mean, it's got security too that I don't even know how to run, so should be pretty safe.
I think Anna speaks up and she's like, I can do something to boost that.
Yes, you can. So a pit stop at Mark's.
Yeah, I think so. Is the captain just gonna let us take her?
No.
I was gonna say, he was like, finders keepers.
Hang on, you're not going to just walk out of here with her.
I think it's her decision.
She's my responsibility.
What exactly were you going to do with her? Keep her locked up? Get another bucket of cheese balls?
Quatraile looks back and forth between you, him, and Mark. That question hadn't occurred to her. What damn business is it of yours?
We're in the business of saving people. You're in the business of gambling. I don't think you want to gamble on this.
I think you've messed with my property and my home quite enough for one day. Flashes a look at Theo.
Quatraile, where do you want to go?
I think she fixes a hard gaze on the captain. I want to go to Mark's house. The captain slams a fist down. You belong here.
I want Kira to look at him And I kind of want like the shadows in the room to like press in
Cool.
around her so she looks extremely intimidating.
And then actually, I also want that will darken the room sufficiently that the main source of light
Is
now
Mark's eyes.
is Mark's eyes.
Can I make it smell like ashes or like
Roll.
Sulfur?
Please roll
Yeah,
plus
sulfur.
weird to see how successful you are at that.
11?
Yes. Yeah, it smells like hell itself in here.
Mm-hmm.
And Quatraile looks up and around at the shadows and at Mark's eyes.
Cool.
It just grins.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and then I just want Kira to say to the captain, "We're leaving."
Just he blanches. And as you're all going, as Quatraile leaves, she calls back cheerfully, "Good luck in your war or whatever."
Got him.
Hello, listeners. It's intermission time, and you know what that means? Announcements. We have, if you haven't heard this already, launched our Patreon. Woohoo! We hope that you check it out because we are super excited about all of the new and additional content that are coming your way that we have been working on for months. Me personally, I am very excited to share Docker's highlights with our Patreons. Lauren has been working very hard at compiling a lot of the bloopers that we have not included at the end of our episodes.
There's a lot of them, you guys.
I do want to say we do understand that each person's financial situation cannot always support creators monetarily. So know if that you're unable to join our Patreon, we appreciate your support by listening, rating, reviewing, and telling your friends about us. Thank you so much. Alongside the launch of our Patreon, we are also doing a giveaway that runs through April 7th. So be sure to head over to our social media accounts to get all of the details for that and potentially win a hardcover copy of Monster of the Week and more.
And more.
So much more. Lastly, our next episode of The Cover Story will be on our public feed on April 11th.
Woo! It's a good episode, you guys. You're going to want to tune in.
I don't remember what it is, but it is good.
It's it's the one you just edited.
What?
Yeah. You know. You were like, oh my God, this is so good. This episode, why is it so good? Yeah, it's that good.
Yeah, it is really good. It is really good.
Like, I didn't give you any details about what the episode was, but I was like, you were like, it was so good. Okay, a couple of reminders. If you guys are liking the show, in addition to supporting us on Patreon, there are a few other ways that you can support our show. As Miah mentioned, leaving us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify are some of the great ways to help us get our show noticed. And also, obviously, telling your friends about us. Word of mouth is still one of the best ways for our show to get noticed. You can also follow us on social media, on Twitter at Monster Playbook, and on Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr at Monsters Playbook. And if you want to connect with us more directly, a great place to do that is over in our Discord server. Our Discord server is a great place. We have listening parties every other Tuesday, usually when the episodes are coming out. They're a lot of fun. You can ask us questions, trade theories, all that fun stuff. So come and join us, and we'd love to hang out with you. And then if you aren't able to subscribe monthly, but you still maybe want to show us some support monetarily for here and there, you can check us out on our merch store on Redbubble or head to our Ko-fi page and buy us a coffee. All of that stuff is really appreciated, and everything that you guys head our way really just helps us with, the monthly expenses that come with running a podcast and getting, newer and better things for you guys in the future.
Yeah, we thrive on coffee,
Yes.
ratings, and air.
Nah, I can live without the last one. I'm an immortal being.
There's coffee.
Links to all of these things and more can be found in our Direct Me profile in this episode's show notes. So go and check them out.
Well, now that we have Lauren admitting that she's an immortal being, let's check out our promo for this week, which is for the Dice Collectors, a group of fellow dice enthusiasts and actual play storytellers. The unique thing about the Dice Collectors is that they are an inclusive podcast that focuses on promoting diversity and dispels cultural biases, all while playing Dungeons & Dragons and other TTRPGs.
Roll the promo, Miah.
Hey everyone, MB here from the Dice Collectors Podcast. We're an inclusive group of dice gremlins coming together to promote diversity and tell stories through tabletop RPGs. Here's a sneak peek at our current campaign.
Yeah, but it's kind of their fault for leaving it down here for so long for someone to stumble upon.
Yeah, but what if they check our bags when we go up?
We're screwed.
Naxara has idea.
Oh no.
We could put our things in the menagerie.
That's a better idea. I thought you were going to say something with skeletons, not going to lie. I was really stressed for us.
That's a great idea. And obviously we keep some things in our bags so we don't look like we just dumped the bag somewhere.
Also, we're pretending to be like architects and really interested in stonework and things. So we could literally just pick up rocks and just give them rocks.
Yes.
Let's find some nice rocks.
If you want to hear more, you can listen to us on Anchor, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and more. Follow us on Twitter at Dice Collectors for updates, and from there you can join our Patreon and Discord for extra content and community fun. See you soon, and keep rolling those dice.
If you'd like to find out more about the Dice Collectors and where to follow them, check out the link tree in this episode's show notes. It'll show you where you can follow them on social media, support them, etc. But for now, I think it is time to fly back into the show. Get it?
Yeah,
'Cause
wings.
The name, yeah.
That's the name of the podcast from the thing. Okay. Bye.
So you head to Mark's house.
How do we get there? Because Kira's car doesn't fit all of us.
Well, Preston can take some people in his piece of shit Mazda.
Who's going to go with Preston?
Not it.
Anna and Lincoln can go in with him.
Okay. All right. I think nothing of note will happen en route, so you guys can just pull up to Mark's.
Cool.
Oh, and you guys can park out front there too. You won't get a ticket.
Thanks. Where is your house? Is it in Minneapolis? What suburb / neighborhood?
That's a good question.
Kira's in St. Paul. It's a St. Paul gal.
Edina.
You fucking cake eater.
So I think Mark walks up to his door and, welcome, guys. And then he opens the door.
Wow, welcome to my crib.
And there's a couch, and there's a coffee table, and there's a stone on it, and
a bird.
There's a bird, and there's nothing else.
And your obsidian slab somewhere.
On this coffee table.
No, on the coffee table, yeah.
Quatraile walks in, looks around, eyes wide. It's like, you've got so much space.
Aww.
And I think all of her wings come out and she starts to like fly around. Nothing to crash into here.
Question, what is the bird doing when she sees the wings come out? When he sees the wings come out?
Honestly, I think the bird is like asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Just
little bubbles, like floating.
little sawing logs.
Yeah. No, I wish I could fly around here.
An owl, says Preston.
Oh yeah, that's Lowry.
I will point out that's not your bird's name anymore.
It's Lariat.
That's right, it's Lariat.
But do you want to tell him that?
Yes. Oh, no, actually.
My bird's name is the same as your last name. Isn't that weird?
I think he walks over and sort of scritches one of the bars of the cage, fluttering the bird back to consciousness.
Taken back by Preston at all? Or is he
instantly friendly with him?
Well, make yourself at home. I mean, I just started moving some furniture in, as you can see, so there's still a lot of extra space, so feel free to make it your own.
It's really coming together, Mark.
Do I catch the sarcasm or
There's no sarcasm in it.
Oh, okay.
She's being genuine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more than the first time she came over.
Thanks. I almost didn't get a bed frame, but I got a bed frame now, so.
Good job.
Moving up in the world.
Yeah. So do you need to go get some furniture, like to I mean otherwise you can sleep on the couch. I don't care, or you could take the bed. I can sleep on the couch.
I can sleep wherever. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
What's this? She walks over to the coffee table.
Oh, that is my that's a stone I got recently. Isn't it cool?
It's almost like a mirror. She reaches forward to touch it, or like a window.
I think Mark just kind of like jumps forward. Yeah, no, it's really, really nice. And he just kind of like picks it up and looks at the stone and kind of grabs it away.
Okay.
How big is this stone? It's like a slab, right?
Yeah.
It's like the size of a textbook.
So it is, I think it is monstrously heavy, but I do also think that Mark is kind of monstrously strong.
Yeah, he's got the whatever the strength thing is from the monstrous.
Yeah.
Unholy.
Yeah.
Do I see anything in it when I pick it up?
You see a rapidly fading sort of landscape. Just for a second, it's like half a dozen floating islands in the sky.
Anything familiar about it, or just
you kind of know instinctively that it's this the Sky Kingdom from there.
I think Mark just kind of like stops and is kind of digesting that for a second. So yeah, this is a stone. I don't know. I just needed a nice centerpiece. He sets it down.
Well, she plops onto the couch. It's cool.
Do I get a sense that she saw something looking into it?
I think you do.
Is everyone kind of standing around this?
I don't think there's any place else for anybody to be.
Oh, look, an empty room. Neat.
I'll stand in this corner.
Out of curiosity, did you see anything in the stone?
What would I see in the stone?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I thought it was like this room, but then it's sort of course, you're a prince. Is this how we're going to go home?
Go home? Back to there? Through this? No, this is just kind of a, how do I even describe this?
That's a good question.
This is like a reflection of things that have not happened yet, or I don't know. It speaks to me sometimes.
My precious.
Almost like Lord of the Rings. No, almost.
I don't know that king. Is he from here?
I feel like Theo's just going to be like, it's a movie.
Oh, wait, are we actually saying this?
I'm deciding. It's DM magic.
It's a window that communicates with me every once in a while. Every time I look at it, or I don't know, I just have a connection to it. I can open a rift to there. This is just I don't know, it's close to me. It tells me things. I don't know. I ended up picking up a small shard of volcanic glass from a trip I had in high school, and this is just an upgrade that I got recently. But I think you're one of the first people to actually look into it and see something.
And you got it from high school? Where's that?
Oh, high school? It's education. Like it's a, we go to school to learn things when we're growing up. Did you ever go to a school?
Neat. Do you have anything to eat?
Mark thinks about it. Do I have anything to eat here? Or is it all bird food?
I think it's primarily bird food. I think, I feel like...
You're going to have to grow up quite fast, Mr. Clayton.
Do you remember, like, in your very first ever apartment, if you ever lived by yourself for the first time, what your fridge looked like for the first month or two? Because for me, it was like a loaf of bread, some mustard, 5 beers.
You don't keep loaves of bread in the refrigerator, John.
You can, yes.
I do.
Mark, realizing that he doesn't have really any food, he's like, I need to go grocery shopping. But do you guys want to order a pizza?
Oh boy.
From Pirelli's down the street?
Oh boy. Preston will speak up. I'm kind of in the middle of something.
I think Mark glances over. With what?
We have to figure out what's going on with this person going from here to there. But we can order some food. We'll get some groceries later. We can go shopping even.
I think Preston sort of claps his hands in a gesture of finality. Well, I'm going to follow the captain's lead and check out Garrick. Enjoy your pizza.
Why are you going to go to Garrick? There's more stuff going on in Prospect Park, right? That's what it was?
Mm-hmm.
You have your hunches, I have mine.
I would really recommend you don't go there by yourself, considering that we saw you getting
killed,
eviscerated.
Roll manipulate someone.
Am I able to, because I have a connection to there, pinpoint the location of where these visits have been happening, and maybe explore there?
Roll investigate a mystery.
It's a 10.
Okay.
11.
Okay. So I want Preston to go. First of all, girl, my family's been solving mysteries like this since before you were born. And I don't care if you do have someone with eyes of fire who can see the future, that saw a vision of me getting the life sucked out of me. I think that I know better where to go, and I think we stick together.
Wow.
That was... yeah, I think
that
Kira
was a lot.
kind of chuckles, and she's like, "You really have a lot of conviction." I agree. We shouldn't split up. I think we should probably head to this Prospect Park place first, though. Where is Garrick even? Like, what's his base? His mode of operation? Where is he out of?
Garrick lives in St. Louis Park.
Oh, so like, is that to the west of?
Yes.
And we were in Minneapolis when we were talking to the captain. No, we were in Lake the Isles.
That's in Minneapolis, yeah.
Okay. I think Kira is going to speak to Preston. We should head north to Prospect Park, which is where those spirits were headed. North. So Garrick's in St. Louis Park. That's not the right direction. Just because this guy thinks he's got a vendetta against him doesn't mean that it's him.
That's what I said.
No, you... Oh, whatever. Great. Prospect Park, then.
I do. I think Quatraile will sort of speak up and be like, no, you said we should go after the one guy, but then you got scared. What? He did.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I think Anna's laughing at that as she's in the middle of doing a fucking warding spell.
Yeah.
Probably with Lincoln's help.
Absolutely. So yeah, I think the form that I want that to sort of take is you are like sketching runes in the air that like light up and then fade like disappearing ink. Mm-hmm. Lincoln's penmanship is a bit more precise.
Fuck off, Lincoln.
Mark, you get 2 questions to get your about the activities that have been going on with there.
The location of the teleports. Am I able to pinpoint the location of it?
So I think, as I mentioned, they are kind of all over the place. Mm-hmm. But I think the main...
Like, can I find a pattern or like...
Not on this side. On this side, it's pretty much random around the city. On the other side, they are all going into the Sea Kingdom.
Is the Sky Kingdom there?
Yes. These are like the countries of there.
Okay.
For lack of a better term.
Guys, I think I need to go to there to figure this out.
Why do you need to go there?
Well, because I have a connection to there, I'm able to kind of sense these things. But wait, what was it called? I was just going to call it SeaWorld, but that's not right.
I am at peace with Mark calling it SeaWorld. It's the Sea Kingdom. It's the Sea King's realm. Just also a reminder, you have one more question.
Yep. I think the teleports have been random on this side, but they've been going to the Sea Kingdom. I'm wondering if I were to go to Sky Kingdom, I might be able to learn some more information about them or that area and what we can do to maybe figure out who's doing this.
You're just going to go alone?
Well, no, I'm proposing it so that we can figure out what to do. I'm just saying I think we need to go there to figure it out.
Do we go there right now, though, or do we try going there after we stop to this other place.
Plus, don't we need something to offer and trade for passage?
I'll take this opportunity to just remind that as I recall, the thing what Mark traded his wings for was a guide. Getting in, especially now, isn't really a problem.
Probably be easier, especially considering that he is a prince of the Sky King. Ro is his guide.
Would we need a guide there?
You needed the guide to get to the hallway.
I don't think it's a bad idea to go to there, but I do sort of want to go to this Gen Co building first because I know that it will help us.
Yeah.
I do think we probably don't want to leave Quatraile unattended. So I'm wondering if I should call in either some of my team to come watch her, or Donovan even.
Or Mark's mom.
I don't trust Mark's mom. No offense.
None taken.
Theo, as far as your no offense, I want you to roll manipulate someone.
What do you mean?
To suggest not using Mark's mom. Please, miss.
The 7.
She would probably tell Rex. And I don't think we want to tell Rex.
I think Mark is aware of just kind of the fact that she might be a problem, so he's not gonna he's gonna agree with you. I don't think we should maybe do that.
Okay. Should I call my team? Donovan, what do you guys think? I could even call Tommy probably too.
I think Donovan would be a good choice.
Can Donovan babysit?
I mean, he's chill. He listens to the Beatles. He can hang out.
So he's clearly old enough.
He's experienced. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, worst case scenario, he does have some firepower, so he could help out if needed.
And that too.
He has wings, so he could help her get away if they needed to.
Yeah, Donovan seems like a good choice.
So I'll call up Donovan.
Okay, I want you to roll manipulate someone before this conversation even begins.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
No!
Oh.
I got a 5. I rolled double ones.
Ooh. Wow.
Come on, he's my mentor.
Oh, boy.
Well, I leveled up as Kira, which is hilarious because I'm going to take the move Monster Empathy from, I think, the Pararomantic.
And speaking of leveling up, Anna actually leveled up too, and so she took the option to gain a haven like the expert, which we had decided was just going to be at the magic shop at the Clockwork Trial. So the options that she took were the protective spells and magical laboratory, I believe.
So I think what that's going to mean, Lincoln has repurposed what had been a storage closet.
Okay.
To be kind of your
my
lab.
area.
Yeah.
Cute. Okay. I like that.
It's very I think it's got those, those lights that you can tape to the wall and then you press on them and then they just kind of glow.
Yeah.
It's got those. The as seen on TV store.
Perfect. Anyway, back to my field roll with Donovan.
Is he your mentor mechanically?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So I'm going to treat that like it was the mentor role.
Yeah.
On a miss, your request causes trouble. We'll find out what that means at a later time. But Donovan will come.
Okay. Do you want me to have anybody else from Dawnbreak come to stay with you guys?
They're your cult, Kira.
They're not a cult.
They don't follow me.
I mean, it might be nice to sorry, this is the inner case in me, to have a scout and stuff outside. But it's like Donovan said, it's your cult. It's your cult.
It's not a cult.
It's your following or team members, soldiers, whatever.
Yeah, I think I'll call up Yuna.
Okay.
And see if she would come. And I think kind of keep watch.
What are your orders for Yuna? Because she will follow them.
Yeah, I want her to stand watch. So not stay in the house, but just keep an eye. Make sure nobody's trying to come and give trouble, and engage if needed to help, Donovan and Quatraile flee if they have to, and then alert me as soon as there's any suspicious activity.
Okay. Quatraile is kind of since there's only the couch to sit on, she's sort of crouching in the corner, but doesn't seem terribly uncomfortable. Yuna bends down to one knee to get on her level and goes, "You must be Cat." And I think Quatraile responds directly to the baseball bat and says, "And you breathe fire. Neat."
Kira kind of gives it a look like, what? Okay. All right. So head out.
Yes. I do want to do just point of order because it's been a while.
Okay.
I rolled a 7 for the glamour on Theo's eye, which means that it's not like perfect.
Okay.
I don't know. I just have down more simple glamour.
Also, point of information, what's going on with your right hand? Are you disguising that as well?
Oh, because it's been gray.
Yeah. Maybe it registers just a little pale. Probably fix that one with makeup or gloves or magic.
I think that Theo, to not like pull power and stuff, would have dressed appropriately with like gloves, like probably fingerless gloves, so it's not as weird.
Okay, so what's the approach? Whoever's driving, I'm going to have roll act under pressure to get there with any kind of speed or urgency, but I want to know, like, what's the plan once you arrive?
Do you guys want me to drive?
You only have a motorcycle.
You don't have, you don't, you only have a motorcycle.
I know, but what I'm saying is, like, do you want me to drive? Like,
Kira can drive. She's got her car, and then I'm guessing we'll have to take a separate car because Preston is here too. Unless Preston just drives himself. Because there's, 5 of us? And then Preston?
Yeah, Preston did drive to Mark's house.
Yeah, so Preston can drive separate, and then we all drive in Kira's car.
I agree.
Okay.
What is the plan, like, once we get to this Genco building?
Do we have a pinpoint of, like, where people are kind of bamfing in the area?
They were all over. It was a radius around Prospect Park.
Okay, because I have 2 thoughts. Let me know if you want me to do either of them. If we want to be as secretive as possible and be as under the radar as possible, I can try and observe the place, kind of like what you, Tommy, and I had done with the Soul Silo.
Mm-hmm.
And or I could see about maybe like deactivating or barring how people are getting here from there. It's kind of 2 of my specialties.
Yeah, I think for sure let's try to, if you can observe what's going on in this building, I think that's a great idea. The more information we have before going in, the better. I mean, several of us have ways to sneak pretty easily. I mean, Mark can walk through fucking walls. I can turn into shadow. But let's at least see where we're going first. I'm wondering, do we know, like, this fortune-telling website?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way, like, we could find, because she runs the website, is there any information on, like,
Look
who
up
that is?
The who is record?
Yeah, and see, like, if we can get a visual of this person.
I kind of want, if Kira is going to be doing any of that research, I'm wondering if Theo could, like, help out by kind of, like, evaluating it from, like, the magical business standpoint of how viable and, like, good it is. Because my family runs a fucking business.
You want to see if it's
I would
just a
judge
bunch of bullshit or if it's like real fortune telling? Sure. So why don't you, Kira, roll investigate a mystery then, and then Theo roll help out.
Much better. 12 advanced move.
10.
Okay. I mean, you get 2 questions.
Yeah, I want to see, like, my main thought was to try to find, like, a visual for this, because we know that she runs this website. Is there any, like, person that I can figure out? Is there a TM Reese on the website or something like that I could try to identify her picture, at least. Like, pictured above. TM Reese.
Well, do you want to know what the person who runs the website looks like, or do you want to know what TM Reese looks like? Because I will say is that that's not the name that's associated with the website.
Okay, then the person that runs it, I suppose.
So the person to whom the website is actually registered is named Vincent Snow.
Okay.
When you look him up, and he is like a really, really out of shape Chris Angel.
Oh, wow.
Long black hair, heavy eyeliner. All of the pictures of him, of which there are many, he's doing like wizardly poses, maybe half dozen crystal necklaces on at any given time.
Are you secretly a mind freak?
Actually, I get 3 questions because it's advanced move.
Yeah, great. Fine. Sure.
Or wait, or is it that you tell me something? I forget how it works.
It's that I tell you something.
Tell me something. Okay. Second question, I suppose. Is there any mention of a TM race on the site? Picture of a TM race? Maybe the Genco building? I just really want to find what this person looks like.
Not on the site, but you can't find imagery, but you can find documentation of TM Reese as being the deed holder to dozens of properties around the metro area, from office buildings to factories to slums. The free thing that I will tell you then is that TM Reese is not Tower.
It's not actually her.
No.
What happens if I go to the website? Do they have like a deck anywhere? Like
for purchase?
Do like a reading, like virtual reading or something. Like what I want to see is that is there anywhere on the site where the Tower card is, and what happens if I try to interact with it? Because it is a card in the tarot deck. Is there like some sort of like hidden backdoor type thing that I could stumble upon?
No, I think the only like the background of this website, like occasionally as it sort of parallax scrolls, I mean, it's not that bad. One of the sections, a sort of repeating animated background, is just a wallpaper of dozens of different designs of the star card.
Interesting.
Oh, is it? What now?
I guess get to the building and try to have Theo do her thing to take a look around, observe a place.
Okay. So then I'm going to have, as you drive, Kira roll act under pressure, Mark roll help out, and then Theo roll use magic.
10 to act under pressure.
Dope.
10.
Nice.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Theo, I heard a fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's a 16.
Sick.
Jesus.
And it's an advanced move. So for use magic, for an advanced move on a 12 plus, the keeper will offer you some added benefit.
So I think, well, and here's the benefit. You are viewing that place. You're probably 5 minutes away. You are viewing it 5 minutes in the future. And here is what you see. The thing that is interesting is happening in the parking lot, where Tower and, well, who you presume to be Tower, because she is wearing rather magey robes, burgundy robe with lots of pentacle sort of patterns upon it, is there with Vincent Snow, and a van is pulling up, and out of the van, pushed by some of those sort of faceless skin soldiers, there are 4 normal-looking people. 2 like college-looking aged young men, a maybe 50-year-old woman, and maybe a 15-year-old boy. They're bound and they're being ushered into the factory.
By whom?
By faceless skin monsters.
I think if Theo can, when she's observing, say to Kira, go faster. They've got innocent people there.
Step on it.
While you're saying that, something else happens. A pale limousine arrives. Tower walks up to the driver. They exchange some heated words. And then, annoyed, she gestures for Vincent to continue to usher the people inside. And then she gets into the limousine, which drives away.
What's the license plate?
Can I observe the license plate? Or any other distinct features besides a pale limo?
I mean, it's definitely distinctive. All the hubcaps are like likely real gold. And there's a golden horse hood ornament on the front that's definitely custom. Far too big to just be factory.
Okay. Theo's gonna say, wait. There's a limo that's pulled up. Tower got in it. Are we wanting to go to the building or do we want to follow Tower?
Boy, that's a good question.
Or do we split up?
Johnny, you're making us make choices.
I mean, I can try and hold the spell and keep maybe with the limo and follow them.
You want like an eye of seeing or something like that?
I want to scry.
I don't think that's how this spell, as far as your speciality is, works.
I was going to ask, with my telepathy, am I able to somehow keep tabs on...
Why don't you roll tune in, Mark?
11.
Okay. That entitles you to a number of questions. That number being a 3.
Where is this individual going?
How nice do I want to be?
Really nice.
To meet with Phillips.
Phillips was the drug person.
What was the heated exchange about?
A transaction that they had been working on got moved way up, and the thing that she was expecting has to be picked up right now.
Okay.
Got accelerated. She has to pick up what she's after right now.
Is there something of significant value that this individual is aware of in this tower? Oh, sorry. Is there something within this individual, the building? Sorry.
Within the factory?
Yes.
Oh, big, yeah.
And what is that thing?
What this has all been about. That's all I'm going to tell you.
When do we arrive? Because you said that I was observing it 5 minutes into the future.
You will arrive as the limo is leaving.
As the limo's leaving. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, so do you want to crash into the limo? Or
I just got a new car.
Okay, I can use magic and like blow up the tires.
You're driving up and Theo just like you're slowing down and she slowly puts her hand on the gas like go faster.
This isn't bumper cars, Theo.
Theo would sit in the back seat. I'm sure Anna has shotgun. Can Theo blow out the limo tires?
How would you do that?
With magic?
Be more specific.
With my force magic? And puncture it if I...
Can we drop something or like knock something over in front of them?
Well, is the smarter move to engage or to let them go to their destination and see what they're doing?
Well, if the whole thing we're here about is in that building, then they'll probably be back.
Okay,
right?
do we want... Well, I guess the question 1, do we want to stay together or split up?
There is a correct answer to that question.
Don't split the party.
I mean, there is a lot going on. So, I mean... we should probably go into this building. We want to save those people, absolutely. But I also want to know what's going on. What I'm wondering is if there's a way we could, like maybe Kira quick fucking flies ahead and goes to the location or something. Like that's a gamble, but like...
Johnny, what can I do with my glamour spell?
You can disguise yourself to look...
Only myself? So essentially, I'm wondering if there's a way to conceal Kira if she flies after the limo.
Point of information, I am also imagining / deciding that the sun has just set.
Okay.
Is what time of day it is. So.
Okay, so it would be harder to see me.
Headed through the early night.
Okay. Kira could follow the limo if we wanted to see what's going on there. Like that's a possibility.
I vote that.
Okay.
Can Mark go and...
Well, what we could do, Mark, is you could always teleport right to me.
I was going to say, I can teleport to you and I can also go scope out this building incorporeally.
Yeah, I think that's good. Address this main situation. Kira can just kind of tail, see what's going on, and gather some information. And then if she needs to, we can try to coordinate getting maybe you and one other person at least over to me. Because you can teleport right to me. Do we want?
Right,
is that what we want to do? Kira follows.
I think that starts happening, and then Mark's like, "Cool," and then he goes, "Boom," and just like goes into his incorporeal form and starts like
which is not. Let me remind you, invisible.
I know.
Yeah, I think that Theo's gonna just say like, yeah, Kira, I think that's a good idea for you to follow. Maybe try not to engage.
Yeah.
Since you're alone. And I feel like Theo turns to like Mark, but Mark is now fucking gone.
Well, he's still in the car.
Bye.
Not if he went incorporeal. He would just get like.
We're not even at the building yet, Mark.
He just falls out on the road.
So, are you going to go incorporeal, or are you going to wait till we actually get up there?
I think I'll wait until we actually get
Okay.
It's DM magic.
Mark just falls out of the car and like rolls out.
So, who's going to drive so that I can get out?
I assume Anna.
Anna's like,
Can Anna drive? Anna, roll act under pressure right fucking now.
I forgot about that.
Okay, she rolled really well. 11 plus 2, 13 advanced move.
She's been
Well,
she's been getting
damn.
lessons from Diego.
Probably, honestly. Kira kind of like gets up and just turns into shadow and goes out the window.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. Like, kind of like, maybe even opens the door and like kind of holds out the wings as for like a parachute and just whoops away.
Yeah.
And Anna just seamlessly doesn't stop
okay.
and barely even swerves.
Right, okay, yep, okay. I know what I'm doing. I've done this plenty of times.
You got this.
Beep beep, right?
All right, gas. Oh, that's right. I don't have to put both pet feet on the thing. Okay.
Have you been learning from a stick shift?
No. Well, maybe.
If she's been practicing with Diego, she
Then
absolutely
yes.
has been.
Oh, this is a little bit different. Okay, but I got this. Easy. This is easier.
I'm imagining that Theo is like kind of like hanging on to the backseat, not like for dear life, but just like, you know, like little sister, like you got this, you can do this. Just
Wow, kids.
just like helping and just being like,
Yeah.
turn here, like
That was great.
just-
Cute. All right. Yeah, Kira's gonna try to. She wants to get up to some height because we were still a few minutes out from the building, and we were going to arrive essentially as the limo was pulling up.
Yeah.
So I think I want her to get like close to that building and just
No,
like
you were going to arrive as the limo was leaving.
right. So like, but if she's flying ahead, like, would she get there a little bit before they take off? Like, I just want to get somewhere where I can like kind
How
of
fast
wait.
can you fly? Faster than 65 miles an hour?
Apparently, I could get to Iowa in like an hour. So
She got you there.
Roll act under pressure.
I just want to be somewhere posted up so I can like see and follow them from a reasonable distance. So 12 advanced move.
Okay. Then yeah, you get there just in time to see her throw up her hands at snow and climb into the back of the limo.
All right. Do I get a look at who is in the actual limo itself? Like telling her to come in?
Roll plus sharp.
Okay. 14.
Yeah, the person inside is like a heavily muscled and apparently quite tattooed Latino man with a expensive looking silk shirt. You can't, I think the only thing you can make out is a frustrated tower going literally right now. And then she mumbles something and gets in. I think the other thing that you'll get with that is the pretty distinct smell of incredibly high quality cologne mixed with incredibly high quality weed.
And so Mark is checking out the building, right?
Mark is slowly inching towards the building, trying to stay out of sight.
Roll act under pressure, Mark.
Acting under pressure is basically all I do.
I'm kind of wondering if before you head into the
7.
building, if I should have Anna do something.
What's Anna gonna do?
Well, I was going to say she can maybe give you another one of those tattoos to prevent you from being located through magical means.
Ooh.
I don't know if that would help.
I think I just stepped. Maybe I'm starting to step out of the vehicle,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Hey, wait!"
Will you let me do that?
That 7's not going to change though. But yeah, I'll let
Yeah.
you do it. It'll take you some time, and by the time you're done doing it, all of the people will be ushered inside the factory
going inside.
to God knows where.
Yeah, I feel like Theo would have been like, should we do something about them?
Well, let's keep tabs on them and see if we can and see where they're being ushered. Unless, like,
Because we're wanting to stay under the radar, right? Being subtle.
I think that if we can figure out where they're going, maybe Mark, that's what you focus on, is trying to figure out where they're being brought to.
Okay. I'm gonna open up a connection like we normally do with their our Ops.
The telepathy connection.
The telepathy connection.
T-Con? No,
I feel like it
problem.
needs a little jingle at the beginning, like ding, ding, ding. You're connected.
Whoa.
The telepathy device has been connected successfully.
But it would be like in a weird British accent, because they always are. What is Theo doing? Because that's the only outstanding question right now.
Theo is anxiously sitting in the back seat watching these innocent people be ushered into the building and not being able to do anything.
Theo, I think you feel like an itch that's approaching a burn from your new tattoos.
Oh, don't like that.
I think I want Anna to turn to Lincoln and be like, is there any sort of like, I don't know, camouflage spell or something that we could do that might help us sneak into this building?
I mean, Lincoln will sort of gesture at Theo.
What?
If you want to take a look inside.
It's true. We didn't really look inside yet. We've just looked outside.
Yeah, I can do that.
As far as sneaking, the best I could do is footpad some shoes.
Footpad some shoes.
Hey, don't knock it. It's an old spell, but it's classic.
It just makes you like really quiet or something?
Silent. Footsteps.
He pulls out a pair of slippers. He's just like, here you go.
He pulls out a needle and thread.
I mean, yeah, anything will help, I guess. How do we do it?
Well, you don't yet, but
Oh, come on. You're not even going to tell me how?
patience, Padawan. Me and the Nessos will handle a pair each.
Cool. I'll just sit here.
Well, no, you have mark work to do.
Yeah. She works on finishing the tattoo for Mark.
When you say that, are you like doing it harder and Mark goes,
Absolutely.
Yes.
oh, please be gentle.
Mechanical question, speaking of pain. How is everybody harm-wise?
Anna has 1 harm. I don't know why.
I have 2 harm.
Yeah, Theo has 2 harm as well. But I think before Theo maybe, I'm assuming, recasts the Observe spell, I want Theo to use regular magic to heal Mark, if I may. I want to use the Magicka to try and heal Mark.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. 14, advanced move.
Mark, you are at 0 harm.
Thanks.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Don't worry about it.
Honestly, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Just be careful in there. Don't let anything happen to you.
I got this one. And Mark goes, Foomp.
I think Theo turns to Anna. If anything happens, just like shake me and I'll come back.
Cool. Good luck.
Do you need anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Theo's going to observe the building.
I think Lincoln's going to mouth to Anna, be nice.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, she's fine. That's gonna be a 9. No, 10.
A speciality. Okay. So for his part, Lincoln's ritual is going to involve he'll crack the window and then it's going to have to be somebody's actual physical shoes. And what he's going to be doing is sort of drawing the ambient sounds of the night and stitching them into the soles of the shoes. So that as long as these shoes are used in this general area, they will not make any undue sounds.
Cool. Anna will give him her shoes.
Okay. Yeah, there's just like a sort of faint silver white glint of some kind of power every time the needle goes through the soles. Theo, where precisely do you want to look? Same question mark, because we've got that 7 to deal with. Where are you headed? Are you... I heard a thump. Was that a teleport sound? Or are you going to walk in and go through a wall?
Yeah, that wasn't a teleport sound. That was me just going incorporeal. And then I think I'm going to go... Like, can you describe kind of the entrance to this building?
Yeah, the building itself is built like kind of a big, chunky L shape.
Is it like a warehouse or?
Yeah, it's like a factory.
Okay.
Like a big kind of multi-story, essentially distillery is what it's built to be. In the crook of the L is where the kind of parking lot and the loading dock, and there's only sort of one of the banks of it that still has a truck in it. The rest of the
bays are empty.
Am I able to find the least path of attention?
With a 7, you're pretty sure you can.
All right. And my goal is to track those people. So what I think I'm going to do is find a nearby vehicle and go through the vehicle to kind of obscure myself a little bit.
Okay.
And then from the vehicle, like I'm assuming the vehicle is parked somewhere near the building or something like that. So maybe I can go through the vehicle to the vehicle because it's closest, then into the wall of the building or something like that. Does that make sense?
Not really.
So he's advancing on the building slowly, going through cars to give him cover as he goes.
Yes.
Okay. I think the only like vehicle adjacent way in will be that docked truck trailer. So if you can make it up to there unnoticed, then you can slither in that way.
All right, and I think for that first initial walk, to get to the vehicle, I think I'm gonna teleport there.
Okay. That won't be weird.
Excuse me, guys. This isn't weird at all.
I mean, you don't have to. Yeah, the air will just kind of fold around you and then like pop you behind SUV that's kind of near enough.
Do I hear anything in the truck, like someone loading or unloading anything?
Roll read about situation.
10.
You can hear,
because you said it's docked, right?
As you're listening, you're sort of stretching out with your senses. You can't hear loading or unloading or any kind of clanking or clanking. You do hear like a faint, muffled, multi-voiced "oh" from the other side of the truck.
Okay. I'm gonna peer up into the trailer, and what do I see in there?
Inside the trailer, a couple of empty vats and, a little bit of stray rubbish.
Do I smell anything strange or weird or?
It smells overwhelmingly of olive oil in here.
Am I able to see where the individuals that were guided into the building went?
No. Not from inside this trailer. Absolutely not.
Can I move? How far am I from the wall outside of the trailer?
Basically wherever you want to be.
Okay.
I'm imagining, by the way, since you are incorporeal, that the way that you're doing this is like you kind of just like are standing on street level and you just walked
and I'm like
with your torso in the trailer.
Yep. That's exactly how I'm visualizing it.
There's Mark's legs are just walking around underneath this trailer.
I'm gonna get closer, kind of keeping my distance and maybe hiding behind one of the vats to get closer to the entrance to the building.
Okay.
And then see if I can pinpoint where those voices are coming from and who those voices might be attached to.
Well, they're much less loud, but now you're much closer. There are maybe a half dozen male voices, and it's hard to make out many specific phrases, but they are unmistakably talking shit.
Can I tell who they're talking shit about?
Each other.
That was a sick burn.
Yeah. Okay. It's hoping to get some information, but it's just dudes being dudes.
Yeah. They're just factory workers.
It's just guys being dudes.
All right.
Is Theo observing the building?
Now, yes. Where precisely, Theo?
What do you think is most important, Lauren? I'm thinking that Theo's probably going to try and observe where these people were taken.
Yeah, I was going to say probably where the people are being taken.
That's going to be tough because, again, that's not really how this works.
Okay, could I instead, because if I can't try and locate and observe those people, I'm wondering if they would be able to get a sense where any of the energy or magic from these faceless skin people and try and observe where the most concentrated amount of them are.
Maybe the most magic or something? I don't know.
Basically, the way this works when you're not advanced movings, it is it's as though you're looking at the feed from a stationary security camera. And what this is showing you is a very big kind of open concrete chamber. The camera is kind of focused on one of a number of enormous, maybe 15-foot tall steel vats. Most of them are actually a bit shorter than this one, and all of the rest of them have lids on, with, ladders going up and down. This one also is adjacent to I don't know the phrase, slatted metal walkway, and the lid is off.
Okay.
of this one. And it's not olive oil in there. Or at least it's not only olive oil.
Is there like a form in there? Like,
not that you can see.
Okay.
Touch it.
No, she's not even in
I
there.
can't touch it. But if anything, Theo's definitely getting queasy.
One revision, there is a sort of lid on, but like there's a hatch opened on the top. And now coming up on the walkway is Vincent Snow, flanked by the 4 people and the 2 skin soldiers.
Do you tell us this, Theo?
I mean, do we want to intercept at all? Like, I don't know. I mean, I told Mark to not get in trouble or whatever.
What do you do?
Can I use magic to, like, bar those places from these people? Like, one of the things that I'm really, really good at is to bar a place or portal to a specific person or type of creature. And, like, what I kind of imagine, if it's something I could do, is that all of the lids, like, slam shut and, like, lock. And they can't open them.
Oh, shit. I was going to say, because Mark is kind of sidetracked right now because one of the other guys told the other guy that he was bald, and it's terrible. And now Mark's considering getting bald because he's like, wow, is he bald?
But I do think, like, as Theo's, like, you know, watching this unfold.
You all have the vague sense that maybe Mark should shave his head. Enter your minds.
I think that Theo's, like, saying, oh, God.
What's going on?
They're walking them towards this vat. I don't know what to do.
1, there are ways out. 2, that thing you want to do, not from here.
Anna, what do I do?
We need to get in there. We need to save those people somehow or cause a distraction or something.
Would I know how to get there, Johnny?
Unfailingly, yeah. You know precisely in space where your camera was.
I'm imagining, like, Theo dropping the spell, making eye contact with Anna, and just being like, then we gotta get in there.
Okay. Fuck. I have an idea. Anna has the booming silence. Can she look like the tower? Or not booming silence, vision of violet, excuse me.
Well, why don't you roll plus weird?
Anna rolled 11.
Okay.
I know what I want Theo to do.
Okay.
If Anna's gonna do that, she's gonna look like somebody who belongs, right?
She's gonna look like tower.
Okay.
I do not know if you can be that specific.
With the vision of violet?
Yes.
Because I think at the time you had said anybody. I do think there was a stipulation of, like, in order to correctly, like, impersonate them, like, that would have to be like an act under pressure roll or something like that.
We'll make you appear to not be yourself when seen, is what I have. You'll have to use your acting.
You did it once, you can do it again. Theo's gonna go in with you.
And what is it you want Theo to do?
I want Theo to use glamour and to try and make herself look like one of those faceless skin creatures.
Roll it.
Okay.
I'm getting these, like, this vibe from, like, what's that? It's like a Disney movie a long time ago with the thumbs that are walking around or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The thumb men? No.
The thumb men.
No,
yeah.
it was Spy Kids.
Spy Kids.
Jesus Christ. It's been so long.
So
now these people are ruined for me, thanks.
I mean, I'm just imagining them like just they're faceless, but just a bunch of like stitches and stuff and staples. Theo rolled a 12 advanced move.
Okay. Yeah, Theo, you actually grow about a half a foot, and like you stand like them, limbs a little bit twisted.
She's like 6'5".
I like the idea that like Anna looks in the back seat, like looks in the back mirror, and then
No, it's just me. It's okay.
Oh my god, you look terrifying.
Horrible skinless thing is like, no, it's fine.
Oh god.
It's weird, mouthless face, chin just bobbing up and down.
No.
Unfortunately, Anna, you are going in barefoot. Lincoln's not done.
Give me the shoes.
But it's not gonna. What kind of shoes does Anna wear?
Combat boots?
Probably combat boots, yeah.
Act under pressure to lace them up.
10.
Okay. One of them is done. The other one has a thread dangling off. But you're ready to go in. And as you attach them, they fold in to become a sort of soft leather boot underneath your flowing pentacle-bedecked robes.
My plan, Lauren, is to have Theo essentially be like, soldier following you.
Yeah.
So, but like I think telepathically, can I talk to Anna?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to give you like left, right, straight, that kind of thing.
Cool. Let's go in then.
Okay. So between your brisk walk, the fact that you have one of these...
Oh, fuck. Preston, where is he?
He's with you.
Okay.
No, he's not.
He was supposed to follow us here.
Mm-hmm.
And he did come with, but he went somewhere else.
And none of us saw where he went?
I mean, none of us thought to think of him until now, so...
You were doing other things.
Can I teleport and grab
It'll
him?
be fine. If he dies, it's his own fault.
Whatever. We're running in.
Okay, yeah, you storm in, and between your brisk walk and the fact that you know exactly where you're going, anyone who does see you totally is just like, there's the boss lady on another one of her angry prowls.
Stomp.
I think, you will arrive essentially. Snow is now standing right above the vat. They're like kind of that like story and a half level above you. You could talk to him if you shouted. He's there, and then the other people are kind of like visibly trembling.
Looking
and being
very
prodded
clearly
by
like
these...
they're going to be dropped into this vat below them.
That's a reasonable assumption.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're assuming. One of the college boys has absolutely beat his pants.
Oh no. Buddy. All right, I want Anna to call out to Vincent and just be like, very stern voice that she can muster. Vincent.
He'll look over to you and throw his thin black hair about his head and kind of squint at you. Roll manipulate someone.
10.
My lady?
Ew.
My lord. No. Bring these people to my office.
In my roundabout way, that's precisely what I am doing.
Not that office. I need to talk with them first.
Didn't you just leave?
Change of plans. Are you questioning me, Vincent?
No, my lady. I live to serve. To the office. He snaps to the skin soldiers, and they'd like make hissing and clicking sounds and like prod the people, and they go off the opposite way they came.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for Theo to be the one to lead them?
You'd have... So, like, I think there would be, like, stairwells and ladders sort of equidistant between them. What they kind of came up from your left, and they're headed off to your right, and at about 25 feet, they'll hit, like, another sort of platform and a door that goes into a glass-walled office that does look over the factory floor, which is, 1, clearly where Tower's office is, and 2, clearly where Preston Lariat is snooping about.
He's up top, you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's in the room that they are headed towards.
I guess part of me was wondering, since this faceless skin thing came with the tower, that maybe that I'm more higher up than these other ones, that these other ones might be Vincent's snubs.
We can take them from here.
My lady, you needn't trouble yourself. You can return to your general business. I've got it.
This is my business.
He appears genuinely wounded.
I feel like Theo might come forward and like grab and start moving the people.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have to get up there to where they are, which you will do.
Okay.
Yeah, the quickest way to get where they were was to come in on the ground floor. They had gone like around and through some way to get up there. So you are about a story and a half below where they are.
And Preston is in the room that we would bring these people to.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Theo would be able to like lead the head of
Get
the
them
pack there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll try and do that.
Okay.
Can I take a look at this, like, as we're kind of moving towards this office? I want to take a look at this vat and fucking, like, figure out if this is literally just, like, to kill people, or, like, what Vincent had said makes me think almost maybe it's, like, a
portal of some kind. Because he was like, we're kind of away. That's what we're doing. Can I investigate it somehow?
Why don't you, roll investigate a mystery. Kind of on your way up.
Anna's so
I think
bad
Theo's
at
gonna
this.
reach out to Mark when she's done rolling.
All right, Anna, please roll well, please.
No, don't.
Well, congrats. I rolled a 5. I have no idea what this is.
You are suddenly extremely distracted by the memory of the first time when in college Kira went to a macaroni grill and they bring you that plate of olive oil and olive tapenade and you dip the rosemary bread into
my
it and
God.
it's really good and you eat all of it even though you know there's a bunch of food coming. Then you get really way too full and then you don't sleep well.
Cool.
Theo.
Mark, Preston is in the tower's office, and a bunch of the faceless monsters are headed his way. Can you get here and get him out?
Teleport to Preston and get him out of there?
Yeah. He's about to get caught. Can you help?
Yeah. And I think Mark's gonna jump to him.
Okay. So Mark, you kind of zap into existence. That's no problem. You just like shift through the smoke and fog and find yourself immediately behind Preston Lariat, who does not appear to have noticed you as he is sort of rummaging through the top drawers of Tower's desk.
Preston, we gotta go. There's people coming.
Whoa.
No time to explain. And I grab him and then just like fall back through the portal into the trailer, I guess.
Okay, roll plus weird.
9.
Oh no.
It was a higher success.
Yeah, but for teleporting, it means a very specific thing. Either you don't go where you want to, or you're separated.
You grab him and lean back and fall, and you land on your back with him on top of you, both of you looking up at a table full of factory dudes, each holding a couple of cards around a dollar bill strewn table.
So wait, did they notice that we're there?
Yeah, and they're like, what the fuck, dude? Executive producer, Jonny Grubb. This has been The Monsters Playbook, featuring
John Wander as Mark Clayton.
Lauren Johnson as Anna and Kira Ashwood.
Miah Detjen as Theo Nessos.
and Jonny Grubb as literally everybody else. Our theme song is by me, Jonny Grubb. The Monsters Playbook is produced and engineered by Miah Detjen and edited by Miah Detjen and Lauren Johnson. If you liked this episode, please tell a friend. We love friends. You can find the Monsters Playbook on the social media channel of your choice. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. You can hang out with us on our Discord. And if you like what we're doing, please consider supporting us on Patreon. We'll see you next episode where, as always, I'll have some good news and some bad news. Thanks for listening. I'm not sure I understand the question. I found her.
I'm sorry. Is he trying to say finders keepers?
So what? Finders keepers on a teenage girl? And Theo like looks him up and down like, do you realize how old you are?
Creep.
Oh, come now. That's no teenager. The cover story is an adult podcast for grown-ups.
It's a great run, guys.
We're canceled.